What's up, motivators? What's up, world? Hey, I hope everybody's doing well and staying motivated. But as you guys know, I'm a 5'3" motivator, Sergeant Major Marie P. Fields. This is my lovely wife,
Hello.
Commanding General, First Fields Division. But we said we would make 3 videos. This is the first video in observance of Mental Health Awareness Month. We took some questions, so we're going to answer. We're going to answer truthfully 5 questions from our heart. So the first one is, what mental illnesses do your family live with? And should we battle with
Anxiety,
anxiety,
ADHD,
ADHD,
bipolar,
bipolar,
schizoaffective bipolar,
schizoaffective bipolar, and what else? And
PTS.
and ADD. We got a lot of them, but we got them. But and those are all medically diagnosed mental illnesses that myself, my wife, and my daughter, my son, we all live with. So that at the beginning of the video, that's why I put that picture, because the picture, it looks like a family that's healthy, successful, we're smiling, but what y'all don't see is behind the scenes, what we deal with. We've been dealing with it. What we got married when we were 12. She was 13, I was 12. So yeah. So to answer that question, that's exactly what the Fields family battles with. Second question: how are you guys managing them, and are you winning? I don't know. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you're winning, but
I wouldn't say winning. It's not a competition, so you can't win it. But I want to say that we've learned how to accept it and learned coping skills, and the triggers, to avoiding the triggers that may bring on some of these diagnoses.
yeah, yeah. So I can't say it any better than the commanding general, First Fields Division. Got to embrace it. You have to accept it, and you got to know what triggers it. Third question was, how did you all recognize the signs? I would say that the so just so y'all know, all of those diagnoses are between my son and myself. The ladies ain't got none of it.
Not
So
yet.
not
No.
yet. No, but so I would say that the person who is struggling with the illnesses may not even know they have it.
Yes, that is true. I knew he had ADHD when I first met him, and he never accepted it until we went to our son's appointment, because he was very open with his feelings and said that there were times where he couldn't think, he couldn't concentrate, just his mind was just going. So we went and got him assessed, and they were talking about ADD and ADHD. And at that time, the doctor was explaining it to us. That's when Mario finally realized, wow, I have a lot of that stuff going on with me.
So and she did. When I first met her, like I said, when I was 12, but honestly, I was 19, and my wife said that, yeah, you got ADHD, and I told her I was just motivation. I said I'm a Marine, and there ain't no ADHD, ADD, APP, ACC, PPP. It's called motivation. But now that I'm educated, no, it wasn't that. So honestly, I just actually started taking medication about a month ago, and it's made a world of difference for me. But I had to accept it first, and I had to listen to the people on the outside. Number 4, have you ever been evaluated for PTSD? Man, that's a serious question. Yes, I have. Um, and then it said, what made you do it? So what made me do it?
Right here.
So tell him,
Again, he didn't recognize or realize anything was different about him when he came back from Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
And what I noticed was just observing him and realizing that after work he'd come home, he would do things around the house or go out in the yard. On the weekends he would stay out in the yard, do different projects. He couldn't sit still and just, you know, read a book or watch TV or just relax. He wasn't relaxing enough. He was drinking became drinking on Fridays and Saturdays, which was normal. I mean, we'd have get-togethers and drink on the weekends, and you know, have fun times. And then it became, oh, Wednesday, I need a drink. You know, it's midweek. I gotta get through the rest of the week. Then it became Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So he basically started drinking every day of the week. And so I realized, okay, now is the time. Either you go get help, or I'm gonna make you go get help. And it took me to even bring my daughter in at the time and say, hey, Miranda, is your dad drinking a lot? And she straight up told him, yeah, your dad, you're drinking every day. So that, I think, after realizing that, and not just coming from me, but from my daughter as well, pushed him to realize that something wasn't right and he needed to go get seen.
So when she gave me direct orders and ultimatum, either go get seen or I'm gonna reduce you to private. I was like, all right, I gotta start tightening up. But that's when I realized that, I cried over nothing. I see a CH53, or I'll be watching a movie on TV and be like, oh man, I hope they get that candy bar, man. I'm like, why am I crying over this stuff, man? And colors. I watch cut. If colors went at 8 o'clock in the morning after I came back from Afghanistan, and you didn't stop, man, I would like wanted to crush you. Like I was like, hey, I'm gonna want to hurt you if you don't salute those colors. So that's when I started to realize that things wasn't right. And then so Nicole, my wife, made me go start to get some help. And then I had to have the courage. I was a sergeant major. Here I am, a sergeant major. And then everybody know about the stigma, but I said screw the stigma. If I'm telling my junior Marines and junior sailors to go get help, my family to get help if they need it, then why can't I go do it? So I asked myself, are you a hypocrite? Do you have courage? And I looked in the mirror and I said, yeah, I got courage. And I got evaluated as a sergeant major. Matter of fact, I went up to the fourth floor, the mental health ward. I was high-fiving and shaking hands with Marines. They thought I was up there to visit people. No, I was like, no, I'm up there for myself. So, so listen to people, have the courage, don't worry about a stigma. And if somebody recognizes that, things aren't right, go get help. Now, I'll be honest with you, they said they're not going to diagnose me with PTSD, just anxiety, because the doctor said because I didn't avoid, I didn't do avoidance, I didn't isolate myself.
And you talked about it.
And I talked about it. And I talked about it a lot when I drank. They just listened to me.
Yep.
They probably got tired of hearing the stories.
No.
Like, we're tired of hearing IED strikes. All right, and then the question number 5 was, what would you say to people who may not realize they have a mental illness? So what would you say to people that may not realize they have a mental illness?
Really can't say too much to them if they have a mental illness, because they're already not thinking logically a lot of the time. So my recommendation, my suggestion is to encourage them to go get help or to get assessed or hand walk them, go with them. Hey, I'll go with you, I'll support you. But they have to realize that there is something that's slightly off or something's not right before they can actually go. Because if you force them to go, it's just, a lot of times it's a waste of time because they're not seeking the help themselves. They're being forced to go because they don't think anything is wrong with them at that time. But until they realize that something is not right and there's something wrong, there's really not much you can do but to encourage them, maybe educate them.
Yeah.
If you feel that they have something, you can just educate them on it or encourage them to seek help.
Yeah. I can't say it no better than the CG. And then here's her aide. Now, this is CG. CG's aide. Right. So again, we're gonna stop with those 5 questions. The next video we will answer 5 additional questions, but they will be more tailored towards our son. And how do you raise and parent a young adult or teenager that's also diagnosed with a mental illness, and the struggles that it will have in your marriage and your family, because it's not all pretty. You know, we're smiling on the camera now, and you know, and but no, it's not pretty. It is ugly, and it's not easy. And we still fight every day, but we stay
No,
motivated.
we don't.
I mean, we don't fight each other. We fight the mental illness, you know. But at the end of the day, hey, I would never fight you. But at the end of the day, we stay motivated. We stay focused. You know, we don't let it get us down. So tune in to the next video, and we'll go into 5 questions in regards to how to parent a child, or what we had to deal with Mario Jr. Until next time, y'all stay motivated. We're out.